Greetings, peace, and love to everybody. Welcome to the Northeast Political Prisoner Coalition podcast. We didn't put out no flyer or anything like that. This is really in a in a moment's notice, as I was told when I was trained to do organizing work. Right, always be prepared in a moment's notice. So the brother HAQQ raised it to my attention, and for those who don't know us, my name is Frank, and I'm with my brother.
HAQQ Islam.
Right, and we're in Queensbridge right now with Transform America. They're giving out free food, and we giving out masks to accompany that free food because we know that this pandemic is not over. We got to stay guarded. For those who choose to be vaccinated, I think you should still have your mask on. So we are out here to let the people know about political prisoners, about getting involved, about taking a position when it comes to political prisoners. So I'm gonna pass it off to Abdul Haq. We said that we're gonna start this at 12:45, and it's 3 minutes early. So I apologize for those who tuning in at that time in expectation of us. But anyway, we just want to show you that we just not uh, inside, we in outside where the people are to bring an idea to them. So peace and love.
Yeah, peace and love.
Peace.
Turn it to us so they can see the brothers and sisters work they're doing.
Yeah.
Like Brother Frank said, we're out here at Queensbridge. The brothers and sisters are passing out free food to the people in the spirit of the Black Panther Party that used to pass out, have free lunch, free breakfasts for the children. Y'all can see me right on the corner out here in Queensbridge passing out food to the folks. You understand? Showing love for the folks. This can remind us of the work that Black Panthers used to do, and that the people that have this type of love for the people need to be free. Indeed, all around the world where people have political prisoners, people support their political prisoners. So in America, us, who have brothers and sisters who have stood up for us courageously with the highest principles, we need to support those who put everything on the line for us, their lives and their freedom on the line for us. And we say it like this here, that political prisoners, in terms of our situation in America, exhibited the highest principles. You understand? Politics is about decisions that affect everybody's life. And the main tool for politics in America has been murder, killing people, violence, torture, terrorism, putting fear in people's hearts. So in that context, our political prisoners, shine like diamonds and gold, because in spite of all that, they stood up with the highest principles. So we implore, we reach out to our people with the message that it is highly principled for us to support those who supported us. Political prisoners, revolutionaries, hold and exhibit the highest moral principles: love for the people, loyalty. You understand? Will never turn their back on the people, never forsake the people. For example, a brother came home, Sekou Odinga, and one of his highest principles is to never abandon the people. So he came home and he fulfilled that obligation. He is acting in terms of what he said he was going to do, that he supports his brothers and sisters that he left behind. Okay, so we say that in order for us to be successful in this, what they call the hells of North America, that we must be very, very highly principled. You dig? As we have become socialized by an enemy, in some aspects, we have taken on the culture of the enemy, and we must purge ourselves of these negatives, these things that we've gotten from a bloodthirsty enemy. You understand? For an enemy that survives off of blood. You understand? That thrives and profits off of injustice and blood and murder and terror around the world. You understand? And that this reality demands principles. So it's very, very highly principled for people to support those who supported them, to support those who stood up for them. You understand? Who value the people more than anything else, who love the people, and let that love, you understand, translate into action. You understand? Into powerful political action. So we need to think in terms of politics, to have the correct politics, the correct political line. The correct political line on our political prisoners is that they must come home. We must make our political prisoners a top priority in the things that we strive and struggle for. They must be something that rings in our conversations all the time. That in all our struggles, we must remember our political prisoners. Never abandon those who stood up for you. You understand? Who showed the highest form of love. And right now, some of our political prisoners are very, very ill and have campaigns. Like Russell Maroon Schultz, Sundiata Acoli, Imam Jamil Alameen, formerly known as H. Rap Brown, Rochelle McGee. You understand? These brothers have campaigns, you understand, for freedom and for their health care. They say that the medical profession is supposed to be the most humane, but in penitentiaries, everything, you understand, takes on the flavor and the culture of the Ku Klux Klan, and the Nazi Party, you dig? And the skinheads, everything takes on that color, that coloration, that character, you dig? So, we must fight for them, and we cannot allow our political prisoners to die in prison. Like I said, the information about these campaigns will be streaming. You understand? So copy down the information and share it. And like I say, our political prisoners must become a household word among our people. You know, uh, so show them some love. I mean, can you imagine what it's like to be in a penitentiary 40, 30, 40, and 50 years? You don't even think about that. This is what our, our brothers and sisters are going through, who stood up for us. So we must stand up for them, Black Power.
Right, y'all couldn't have said it any more clear than that. I was just trying to get all the contacts for various petitions that are out there from various political prisoners. But if you go to the Northeast Political Prisoner Coalition, www.northeastpoliticalprisoner.wordpress.com, you will find all the information regarding the petitions, the campaigns to bring our political prisoners home. We got to get focused. We got to get determined. We got to get committed. And since we've been coming out to Queensbridge, I noticed that is a very unusual look for people to see a banner that's speaking about political prisoners. This work has to be brought to common people right where they at, right where they go wash their clothes at, right where they go get their meals at, go food shopping, whatever they doing. We got to be there, and we got to tell them about political prisoners.
And yeah, brothers and sisters, like I say, if we don't do what we should do for our political prisoners die in prison, that's our responsibility. We have to blame ourselves for that, and it's very, very unprincipled for us to forsake and to abandon those who gave everything for us. Just think about, the notion of abandoning, turning your back on someone. You understand? Who who put us as a top priority. That is very, very unprincipled. So, revolutionaries always promote principles among the people. You know, and these type of ideas that come from our enemy. Our enemy who has gone around the world and murdered hundreds of thousands of people. You understand, for wealth and empire. The idea that we should um, have nothing to do with those who stood up for us, that we should classify them as criminals. When criminals, the biggest criminals in the world, would come and tell us that our political prisoners are criminals. It is like a mental disorder for us to believe one word they say about anything, for them to find any aspect of our reality. That is like a serious mental disorder. You understand? For us to allow them to say what our reality, what our political reality is. Politics affects everything. The fact that the black man life expectancy is 10 years less than a white man. That's politics. The fact that a black woman's life expectancy is 10 years less than that of a white woman. That is because of politics. You understand? We're out here talking about the violence in the street. We're in Queensbridge. We're talking about the violence in the streets. You understand? That is because our youth do not have the correct cultural and political line, the correct political and cultural education. We've been socialized by an enemy whose existence, whose lifeblood is murder. You understand? Disrespect, racism, white supremacy. That's who we've been socialized by. Right now, criminal-minded, white supremacists, far right-wing people trying to take over our education and to give our children an Uncle Tom, Black Sambo, you understand, race trader education. You understand what I'm saying? So we must, as Malcolm X said, we must control everything in our community, every aspect of our existence. We must control. So the ideas that come to our people must be controlled by us, must be in our interest. You understand? It is our interest to support those who support us. Do not let an enemy whose interest is murder and terrorism and theft of resources, the armed rob nations of land. You understand? Free labor. You understand? To allow them to give us, to put ideas and culture in our head. We must be in control of all that, control of everything, every aspect of our life. His brother Frank again, he has something to say on the Black Power side.
As you see, I got the shirt on that says "Free Russell Maroon Schultz." I also have the book with me, right?
Yeah, I need to show it too, man.
This book, for those who can see it clearly, is Let Freedom Ring. It's edited by Matt Meyer. It's almost 1,000 pages of documentation of what to do to garner attention to our political prisoners. Right? We always like to give you resources about doing the work. If you look at the ticker scrolling down, you'll see change.org various petitions on various political prisoners. As Abdul Haq said, he was going to inform you about looking at the information so that you know what to do. Because one thing we don't like to do is just talk about political prisoners. We like to get involved and organize about what we can do to bring them home. So while we out here in the community, while Transform America is feeding the community with free vegan food, we have the free mass. along with the mask, is the cards that we was telling people about, right? These cards going straight to the governor, Governor Tom Wolf, and it's about freeing our political prisoners. So wherever you at, make sure you mail that card off. We gotta get enough attention for our political prisoners. So I'm gonna pass it back to Abdul Haq so he can talk more about political prisoners.
Yeah, I just want to say in conclusion that never feel that we don't have the power, you understand, to make things happen. Things happen in this country because of the power of the people, the power that the people generate and make demands for things to change. That's what makes things happen. So never think that you don't have any power, that that it is vain and useless to demand the political prisoners be free, because we have a great deal of potential black power. 40 million black people have a great potential for black power. We just got to be feeling it. We just got to understand it. We just got to know it. You understand? So know in your heart, feel it in your bones that you got the power to stand up. You understand? And demand that our political prisoners should be free. You understand? Because the issue of our political prisoners is one of the most important issues facing us today. You know, like I said, everywhere around the world, where people have political prisoners, they stand up and demand that political prisoners be free. So we say that, black people in America, who don't do that too much, you understand, that we need to change that, and we need to stand up and demand that our political prisoners be free. Black power. You want to say something?
Introduce him. This is a Queensbridge resident.
There's a Queensbridge queen out here, you understand, who has a few things to say. So we're going to give her the microphone. What is your name, sister?
My name is Talisa.
Talisa is here. Okay, right on. So Talisa, here you go. You got the mic.
Let us sit down. Huh?
Go ahead, sister.
First off, I want to say thank you for coming out here and speaking to the community and speaking to the people. It's something that's appreciated for the environment. We always need some encouragement. And can you see me? And it's very important for us never to forget, the things that we've been through, so we know not to make those same mistakes again, And can't fake righteousness. And we are a group of people who have been through a lot, But we making it, and we forever gonna make it. So, my whole goal is to make sure that the next generation is not poisoned by a lot of things as best as I can, So that's all I can say.
Are you going to eat with the food?
For real. That's all I can really say right now at this moment. The people are definitely grateful. A lot of times you feel like you're doing things, and it's like, political prisoners is not forget. We never forget you guys. There's so much going on right now, and you appreciate it as well. Thank you. It was an honor.
All right, Sister Talisha in Queensbridge, a queen, young black queen from Queensbridge. You understand? Sharing the knowledge. You understand? The sister talked about righteousness, and that, that's what we're talking about. And that those who, who stood up for us when we was most in need, that was righteous. You understand? Those who stood up against an oppressor, you understand, who committed the most unhuman, the most atrocious crimes against our people. Those who stood up for us, that was righteous. The uprisings that we've had, through the centuries, that was righteous behavior. And, right now, our political prisoners, through that righteous leadership, can benefit our community in very, very obvious in various ways can benefit our community, and they need to be out here with us. I'm gonna give you another example. Um, Two very, very respected leaders, gang leaders, right now are eating lunch together in the penitentiary. All of y'all heard of Jeff Fort, right? Leader of the Blackstone Rangers. Larry Hoover, leader of the Black Gangster Disciples. These brothers right now are calling for peace and love among young black brothers. In fact, Jeff Fort's daughter, Amina, has a movie, a documentary out called The Interrupters, where she shares the message of love. Both of these brothers, uh, their position is that the most strategic, most powerful element that we have, you understand, to resolve a lot of the contradictions. We have beefs about nothing. You understand, and political people have beefs about something. We have beefs about those who murdered 500 million dark-skinned people. We have beef against those who've stolen $777 trillion from dark-skinned people. We got beef about that. That's about something. So we saying don't be having beef about nothing. You understand? The most powerful principle, you understand, is love. You understand? And this is what these brothers and sisters love. Sister Lisa made the heart with her hands just now. You see it?
Mhm.
Go ahead, do that again, sister. Love. See that heart right there? That's right on. That's a
Can
beautiful
I say one thing?
You want to say some more? Right on, my sister. You got some more to say. Love.
I want you guys to know that the next generation is too smart to be fooled, So people have to stop imposing their emotions and their feelings for what doesn't have to do with upliftment on other people. And really, you think you're bringing people up sometimes, and sometimes that's not what people are really doing. We don't always know the whole story. The whole story has been twisted. But even through the darkness, our light is going to shine, It's so many people that have a voice that want to speak. And a lot of times I've been put in a position to speak for a lot of people. I don't mind it at all. But it can be done. I have faith and I believe in our people. One by one. Even if it's just one person. One day. At a time. At a time.
Pretty face.
Thank you. And I'm so glad you're out here speaking the truth.
Right on.
This is definitely appreciated.
Right on, my sister. Right on.
This generation, we need it, to see that. And a lot of times we don't, but it's still here. And it's good to see that there's people on this earth that's still shining like that. Thank you.
Right on, my sister. Y'all heard that in them words of wisdom, Now, sometimes we call the females the wisdom, right? And we need that balance because men is about to destroy the world. You dig wars, climate change, destroying the economy. You dig? Many with men about to destroy the world. So we need that balance, that wisdom that our sisters bring. So the sister, she just dropped some wisdom on y'all. You understand? So treasure that. Remember that. Play this video over and over and over again and share it with people all over the world. To share this wisdom. So we got to be wise people. We gotta be smart people. You understand? And it is wise for us to take control, to run things. You understand? To run every aspect of our life, to control everything that affects our lives. The education, housing, employment, you understand? Culture, everything. We got to take control of that. And that's what revolution is about. Revolution is about, as Malcolm said, to control everything, every aspect of our community, you dig? And so, we got these wise sisters among us, you dig, who's down with it 1,000%. You understand? So, we say, free them all. What's the call? Free them all, Black Power. Brother Frank.
Yes, y'all heard the flaming Abdul
Lord.
and Queensbridge projects. We understand the importance of Queensbridge because Queensbridge is so large, right? The largest projects in the United States. And we got to understand that if we win Queensbridge over to this idea, then we want the entire black nation, the entire world. over to the idea of political prisoners. We say our political prisoners are freedom fighters, right? Because anybody else, anywhere else, talking about those who are in opposition to our point of view, our struggle for self-determination, would say that we don't have political prisoners, that those people are criminals, that they're terrorists, right? So there's only one or two positions to take. You either for our political prisoners or you side with our enemy, our oppressor, and you say that there are no political prisoners, that these are terrorists. So we ask that you get involved, that you take a position behind what you stand on, your principles, and you make sure that you take action. We scroll down on the ticker. That's what they call it in StreamYard. And it's the petitions for a number of political prisoners. Go to change.org, sign the petition, share it. Start off with your family, extend it to your coworkers, and ask them to share with their family and extend it to their family coworkers, and so forth. If we have a formula, we establish a formula for getting our political prisoners free, then we're going to produce some incredible results. So that's why we out here to let you know that we just not making a podcast for the sake of making a podcast, that we're putting actions behind that. We're getting involved. We're getting in the streets. We're bringing this idea to the community because we know that the community is shocked by seeing a sign that says, "Don't let our political prisoners die in prison." Right now, we have a sister looking at the sign. Sister, that's Romaine Chis Fitzgerald. He was a former member of the Black Panther Party. He died in prison, right? And we don't want no more of our political prisoners to die in prison. We want to bring them home. Yes, sister.
What is doing about the gentleman that shot at the precinct? I haven't heard about him. I don't watch anything, but I don't hear people talking about him. Civil rights leaders, everything.
Tell us about it.
Oh, I'm not familiar with that individual. Go ahead. You talk. Right. That's one thing that we come out here. We're hearing a number of issues that's coming by in the black community, and we have dialogue and we struggle about that. Right. So we get involved and we have to talk about what we can talk about that's affecting the community, and we relate that to the Black Panther Party, the Black Liberation Army, and how they were involved in the community because we had to take a position on what was going on, right? We had to struggle for self-determination. So we're out here, HAQQ is out here talking to the community, and it's very important. It's very important. But you next up to get involved, take a position, fight for our community, fight for our political prisoners, and make it count. So let me get back to giving these masks out. I'm gonna give Abdul HAQQ the mic so you can continue to talk.
Thank you, sir.
We're about to shut it down. I got to run to Manhattan. But like I said, we have to really think in terms of our interests. And we got to stop being propagandized, to work in someone else's interest. So it is in our interest, to have those free among us, who have this great leadership skills, who have this great knowledge. You understand? So we have political prisoners who have the equivalent of 5 PhDs from study. You understand? And it's in our interest that these type of brothers that have this type of righteousness, type of brothers and sisters that have this type of righteousness, that have this type of pure, unadulterated love for our people, is in our interest for them to be free. So we got to stop, being propagandized and miseducated. You understand? To act in the interest of a predator. You understand? To be a happy meal for some predator to devour. You understand? We got to purge ourselves of all culture, all socialization. You understand? That makes us act in a very, very illogical, you understand, and actually seemingly mentally disturbed way of campaigning against our own interests. So we got to fight in our interests because in our interests for political prisoners to be free. Do not allow our political prisoners to die in jail. Peace.
So y'all have it right there. And we just gonna sound out. Say peace, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Please share. And as we continue to do this type
Share
of work,
everywhere.
we'll only get better.
Share everywhere.
Peace.
Peace.
What's the call?
Free them all.
What's the call?
Free them all.